Welcome back to another math lesson with me, Mr. Duclos. Today, our objective is to use measurement tools to convert mixed number measurements to smaller units. This is going to be a lot like our last lesson, so let's jump on in and keep moving forward. So today we're going to work with two different sets of units. We're going to work with pounds and ounces, that's when you weigh something, and we're going to work with hours and minutes, which has to do with time. First, let's look at pounds and ounces. The key is remembering that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. And what I did here is I drew a number line. We have 1 and we have 16 on the end, and this is ounces. So when we get to that 16, obviously, that equals 1 pound. And now what I can do is I can figure out what the conversions will be when they're in fractions. So for example, our first one, 1/16 of a pound. 1/16 of a pound. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have one of them, which is right here, 1 over 16. It's also just 1 ounce. So 1/16 of a pound is equal to 1 ounce. Let's look at half a pound. For half a pound, I want to know what that is in terms of 16ths, and I want to know how many ounces it is. So we have 1/2 of a pound. And again, if I remember, it's 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What's half of 16? Is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be 1/2. It's also going to be 8 ounces. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 16. So look at all the different ways that we can write this down. 1/2 of a pound is equal to 8/16 of a pound. It's also equal to 8 ounces. Any one of these three would be correct. Most likely, though, if you were talking to someone, you'd want to refer to it in either as ounces or as 1/2. The next one we're going to look at is 3/4 of a pound. How many ounces is it? Well, just like before, we have 16. If I cut 16 up into 4 pieces, each piece has 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I've broken it up into 4ths. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I have 3/4 of a pound. 3/4. So 1, which is 4, 8, 12. 3/4 of the pound is going to be equal to 12 ounces. Nothing we're doing here is much different than what we've been doing all year. It's just understanding that you can apply this to different metric measurements and that we can use that to help us simplify problems. Final one is a mixed number. It's 1 1/4 pound. I'm going to keep it the same here. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. At the end we have 16 or 1 pound. So if I have 1 pound, I'm going to have at least 16 and then 1 more 4th. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 ounces. Now let's look at this in terms of hours and minutes. So now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to use time, hours and minutes. I'm not going to draw out the huge number line because I'd have to go all the way to 60, and I don't think I can keep it neat on a video. But if you would want to draw a big number line out, theoretically, you could. What's important for us to remember is 60 minutes, that's the M for minutes, is equal to 1 hour. HR is for hour. And using that, we can find everything else. So like before, 1/60th of an hour. 1/60th of an hour. Well, if it takes 60 minutes to reach 1 hour, then 1 out of 60 would be 1 minute. Right? Because we need 60 minutes. So we need 1 60 times. We have 1 out of 60 is just 1 minute. Then we have 30 out of 60 hours. And the first thing that I notice is that this can be simplified to 1/2. So 30 minutes over 60 minutes, or 30 over 60 hours, is equal to 1/2 of an hour. And it's going to be equal to 30 minutes. Next we have how many minutes over 60, or how is equal to 3/4 of an hour, and what is it equal to in minutes? Well, if we look at 60, and we have to break it up by 4, we would get 15, 15, 15, 15. 15, 30, 45, 60. So we have 3/4. So 15, 30, 45. 45 out of 60. And also 45 minutes. And our last one is another mixed number. We already know that our whole hour is going to be equal to 60 minutes. Then we have 1/3 of an hour. 1/3 of an hour. Well, like we did here, if I take 60 and I break it out into 3, because it's thirds, I get 20, 20, 20, 20, 40, 60. So I know that 1/3 is going to be equal to 20. 60 plus 20 gives me 80. So that was some review on conversions and how it relates to mixed numbers. Now let's go look at one of your independent problems before you finish on your own. Now we're going to do one problem from your Google Forms, and then you're going to finish on your own. If you're using Seesaw, that's great. Seesaw is awesome. Just make sure to go finish your independent work. The one problem we're going to do is 5 3/4 pounds, LB equals pounds, and how many ounces is that? So the key, as we've been over, is to remember that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. And how many pounds do I have? I have 5. So I have 16 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. Oh, sorry, regroup the 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 80. So 5 pounds is equal to 80 ounces. And then we have 3/4 of a pound remaining. Well, if I took my 16 ounces, I broke it off into 4 pieces, because that's what fourths means. 4, 8, 12, 16. Right? That's counting by fours. I have 3/4, which is 12 ounces. 80 plus 12 is equal to 92 ounces. If you want to draw a number line, that would work too. But for a problem like this, multiplication and addition are really the best ways to solve it. Now it's your job to go finish your independent work. And when you're done, as always, have a great day. Goodbye.